Good afternoon, East Castle Place. How's everybody doing? Welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. I hope you have your favorite beverage or cup of coffee with you and join me in the first sip. First, tastes good. First, I must apologize. You're reviewing this on Friday. I am taping this now Thursday afternoon. It was supposed to be airing Thursday at noon. Well, then Tyler decided to go to the dentist this morning, and the dentist decided to be much longer than anticipated. Along with Tyler frustrated this morning about being late for work and the dental results. I'll spare you the details, happy to share them with you in person, but alas, it is my fault. And I apologize for not having the initial showing of Coffee with Tyler at noon. I'm sure this will affect my ratings, and that is quite okay. Unfortunately, fortunately, I hope to be back live in person here very soon with you all in a Coffee with Tyler. That will still be viewed for your airing pleasures, but in front of a live studio audience. That sounds fantastic. That's music to my ears. Can't wait. But again, here we are. Thursday afternoon, March 18th. You're viewing this on March 19th. Beautiful weather out there. It is a bit cold yet. Wisconsin did its Wisconsin thing, kind of fooled us a little bit. Gave us that springtime weather about 2 weeks ago and then said, guess what, I'm back, snow, and here we are. Thankfully it didn't stick, thankfully it's melted, but it's still a little cold. If you are outside walking, again, please do be careful for those slippery spots. Nonetheless, I'm excited to join you today via your television. Coffees with Tyler have been going on for a year plus now. Last week, you received the Reopen Guide. The Reopen Guide mentioned a number of things, including visitors, the dining room reopening, which I was so excited to see so many of you on Tuesday night enjoying that. Group sizes of less than 20 in Lindsay Hall, which again, Coffees with Tyler will be. Check your local listings. And also, we will be looking at, I forgot, I'm sorry, just getting back to a new norm, so to speak. Couple of things on that. So visitors, we still want you to sign up for that. Sign up your visitors. We want you to limit it to 2. We'll also see in the memo that we've already lifted 1 that I know that you like to visit. Don't go to that 1 hour time constraint. We'll say keep it to a limited number that you feel comfortable with. Stay socially distanced. No overnight visitors, and we'll go from there. So again, that is the change to the Reopen Guide. We are really dipping our toe in the water, so to speak. Hopefully at the beginning of April, we'll be reopening some further items. At the same time, we know that COVID-19 is still a threat, and again, we're still taking precautions steps in getting back to that new norm. One thing, and I will share with you, I know as much as the resident council this morning mentioned that these masks are difficult to communicate with, these masks are staying in the common areas, in in your dining experiences to and from the dining room table. Our staff will still be wearing these. Again, these are the preventative measures that, again, science has spoken to keep us safe. And so as we're introducing visitors into the community, again, we trust that obviously they're not sick, because if they're sick they aren't allowed, but they potentially do not have the vaccine, and so again, just an added layer of protection there. So again, please continue to wear your masks. Again, social distancing is still a must. Trends are good right now. Again, no residents, no staff members currently at East Castle Place have COVID-19. Wisconsin continues to trend down. We are now less than 5% in the county, which again helps us from a testing standpoint, but we are still testing staff and residents at least once a week. And of course, any employee that becomes symptomatic is also being tested and held out per our protocols. We do still have quarantine processes in place in the health center. But again, we're trying to work within the guidelines to get to what I'll call a new normal. But again, I don't want to just go fast and furious and throw everything to the wind, because again, that wouldn't be prudent for you, that wouldn't be prudent for us, and again, this is going to take each and every one of us. So I appreciate your patience, I appreciate your understanding as we walk through all of this, and I can't wait until I see everybody again, initially in masks, but maybe sometime in the future, the distant future, where we'll be able to enjoy our parties like we used to. So again, that time will be here before we know it. It's been quite a year. I'm sure many of you can kind of look back to where we were at last year, the different challenges and changes you've experienced, and also kind of what you've learned. And again, find those silver linings throughout this experience, as I have found so many. Again, just so grateful to be a part of this fantastic community, be a part of the conversations and just the incredible place that is East Castle. So again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your continued words of encouragement and support. Continue to pass those along to staff. Continue to pass those along to each other. Again, this isn't done by any means. As much as we all like to say we're done with it, we still have to be vigilant in that. So again, that's from a COVID-19 perspective. Keep your eyes and ears open, so to speak, for those memos that will continue to get distributed on a weekly basis, and also for Laura Wengler's activity calendars, as well as a number of committees that are happening. So if there's questions, comments, regards, questions, suggestions, so to speak, my office is always open for you. By all means, please stop down, give me a phone call, send me an email. I'm always happy to address anything that I might be able to for you. A couple of highlights I want to give. Spring is going to be upon us. I did let the resident council members know that we are actually going to be taking the landscaping services inside, so to speak, of East Castle Place. So last year and the previous years, we actually had contracted with KEI, which is those orange trucks that you see. We have terminated our contract with them because we feel we have staff in East Castle Place that are able to take care of the landscaping needs. We actually promoted a maintenance individual, Dustin Moss, who's our current painter, who has a vast years of landscaping experience, and in tutelage with Eric Peterson, our director of facilities, along with a player to be named, so to speak. We are hiring a seasonal staff member that will work full-time for us in the spring, summer, and fall to assist Dustin, who will also still be our painter. But it just gives us greater capacity to make sure our grounds are beautiful, partner with some of the garden committee members, and just keep this campus looking absolutely beautiful on the outside, as beautiful as it is on the inside. So we're excited for that. I'm always excited to see our staff members grow. If you see Eric or Dustin, please give them my regards and your regards. Again, the proof will be in the pudding, but I do have a strong trust that our lawns and our annuals and perennials and all those pieces, not to mention your gardening committee, for those of you that are watching this and maybe members of it, I can't wait to see that get back in action once again the weather turns significantly to the better towards end of spring, early summer. So again, I think March, what are we thinking? March in like a lamb, out like a lion? Isn't that the term? So we'll see. And then of course April showers do bring those May flowers, so we'll have look forward to those. With the dining room being open, shifting gears a little bit, please continue to make your reservations. Again, we see the utilization not as high as we thought, but again, I know that, again, like we are taking precautions, I'm sure you are as well. We will continue that delivery service for a time period. But again, I encourage you to make a reservation to experience the dining room. Talk to those that have. Again, it's up to you. It is completely up to your comfort level. We do have precautions in place and social distancing in place as well. So again, we'll be working through that. The bistro is open and available for you as well. I know your food and beverage committee have been working with Carlos and the team to make sure that the menu items are available and you know what's going on. So again, we have a number of things per your resident council that we'll be working on here in the upcoming months, especially now that we're able to meet with 20 or less individuals. It allows for some better face-to-face interaction. So I'm excited for it and looking forward to it. Let's see, what else is on the agenda? I know that there's a number of new neighbors that we are going to be wanting to welcome to the community. We are planning for a larger, I guess, new neighbor event, hopefully in May. So be on the lookout for that. I want to give a special shout out to our March birthdays, especially our Mr. Jim Zantor. His birthday was March 17th. For some reason, unfortunately, Jim did not make the March birthday list that we always have. So, Jim, please accept my apologies on behalf of the Coffee with Tyler and East Castle Place administration, and we'll make sure that next year we know when your birthday is. I also had a March birthday, so thank you to the birthday wishes that I did receive. The other thing is we are, next week, I will be out of the office towards the end of the week, helping my brother-in-law move down to Atlanta. Hunter update, soon to be 6 months. I think it might be time to post a picture. He had his first St. Patty's Day yesterday. He ate all the pears and sweet potatoes you could imagine. No, just kidding. But he did have some sweet potatoes and pears yesterday. He's on some salads, so we're excited for that. But he's growing, doing well. Sleep is still apparently optional or at his beck and call. So that's been fun. But my wife Stephanie continues to be a rock and a rock star, so to speak, and doing well with that. So thanks for letting me share a little personal news with you as well. With that, that's all I have. So again, hopefully next week maybe one last update. But again, I need to check with Laura. Check your weekly updates. Those are going to be as up to date as possible. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you in the very near future in a Coffee with Tyler, where I do know it will be a bring your own coffee. And again, we will ask you to wear your masks, except when maybe you're having a sip, like I just enjoyed. But again, masks will be required. In the meantime, I look forward to a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope the weather is great. Enjoy that beautiful weather. And happy belated St. Patty's Day. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Take care. Until next time, I'll sign off with a sip. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.